Can we?
So can my stuff be returned to me?
So he's going to confirm that they are done with the search on your personal property, and if it's done, then we'll get that returned to you. We can give you a short date to come in, and I'd ask the Commonwealth, could you make arrangements for the property to come here if in fact it can be returned?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And again, the medical records are in the clerk's office. You can get a copy of the search warrant in the clerk's office. And then the one thing that's outstanding is whatever they bought from the phone from the search warrant. They don't have that yet, so you still need to be provided that.
Yes, I would love that because that's part of my evidence as well.
Okay,
so,
yep. Is there a day of the week that's better for you to come back into court?
No, as soon as possible. If this is going to be just to try to get my...
to get your property back and for me to rule on the motion. Okay.
Yeah, and if I would also like to put in for that the booking footage as well. I've yet to get any of that as well. Right. Which I did put a preservation of evidence on.
Okay. Attorney Yagud, did you know if you requested a booking video?
No, Your Honor, and I just had a development in the case. Your Honor, I apologize to the court. Your Honor, the motion that the court had noticed today was not timely filed. I apologize. I should not have answered on that case. I wasn't aware of the current procedural posture. No, there's not. And the search warrant was executed, but we don't have videos in return just yet.
Your Honor, this is what I've been running into this whole entire time. I have not been able to represent myself correctly. As the Constitution states, I should be able to. I'm getting a little frustrated 5 months and I have nothing. And they've had my property seized.
Okay, so part of the issue, you're not a lawyer, right?
Correct.
Okay, so the motion that you filed is actually incorrectly filed. You filed it under the rules of civil procedure, and this is a criminal case. And I know you just didn't know that, so that's why oftentimes it's helpful if you have an attorney represent you. And I'm more than happy to either appoint an attorney to represent you, or if you would like to have an attorney work with you as standby counsel, I could do that as well. It may help move the case forward a little more quickly for you.
I'd still like to exercise my right to represent myself.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Can we just pick a short date? Absolutely, Your Honor. So we're going to, on the next date, we're going to determine whether or not your property can be returned to you. If the Commonwealth is done with the search of the phone, I would ask that it be returned on the next date.
Certainly.
We're going to call the clerk's office, let them know that we're going to get you a copy of the search warrant, and we're going to get you a copy of the medical records. Okay. You now have the 911 call, and the Commonwealth's going to request any of the material that was retrieved as a result of the search warrant, and they're also going to request the booking video. So on the next date, you hopefully should have all of the discovery, and then we can move on to the next stage. And I will also take this motion under advisement. I understand the Commonwealth's position on it.
Thank you.
And I'll rule on it by the next date.
All right. And can I put in a motion for more evidence since we're going to have another date as well?
So they're going to provide all the remaining discovery for that next date.
Well, I believe now that we've moved along that there's even more evidence from them I need to gather.
And is it something specific?
Yeah, there's a good amount.
Can you tell me what it is?
Well, I would like to get any files or documentation that they have gathered on me over the last 3.5 years, Salem PD and the DA's office, because I do have emails of them talking about 3 years ago trying to trump me up on charges for what I do. Okay. And also emails between the chief, the mayor, talking about my arrests and the alleged victim in this case, that they redacted that email as well.
All right. Well, I don't find that any prior emails would be relevant to this particular case, but if there is something with respect to this particular
There is on that too.
alleged victim, I'd ask the Commonwealth to look into that.
In terms of communications, if I understand what Mr. Matz is asking.
Any communications about this particular Mr. Herbert?
I will certainly make inquiry.
Any emails between the chief or any
About this gentleman?
about this, me and this gentleman, yeah.
I will make inquiry of that. If I could, Your Honor, just reserve if the court would be, I understand the court has indicated that it is aware of our argument in terms of the motion. May the Commonwealth reserve its right just to supplement anything in writing if we need to.
Sure.
Thank you.
Okay. And did you say any day of the week's okay for you to come back? All right. 18th. Is 2 weeks enough time?
I think that's plenty of time.
February 1st?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yes.
All right. So February 1st at 9 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
I can just go right to the clerks and get that?
Yep. It might take them a few minutes to get it, but
All right.
you can go there now.
Yep.
Mind if I hold on to this? Okay.
Jose Mendoza Baez. This is Mark for probable cause. Attorney Morris, do you have them?
Good morning. Anyone seen Attorney Morris?
No, I did briefly see Attorney Morris in the elevator. I think he may have been headed to Superior Court and just needed a brief further call.
Okay. Doesn't look like he's here either. Okay. Is he? That's it? Okay. All right.
Not great, dude. What do you have? I don't know. I think it's some kind of like infection.
Well, Perez Police. For probable cause. I am attorney. Master?
Yes. Madam Clerk, this is also a co-defendant with Jose Mendoza Baez. I apologize. It's my understanding that they're being arraigned today in the Superior Court, so that may be happening.
Okay. Why don't we just hold it for a second call, see if Attorney Morris comes down? Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Madam Interpreter, do you have any other matters? ¿Alguien más necesita la intérprete de español? Levante la mano. Thank you. Thank you so much, Madam Clerk. Thank you, Madam. Dean McNish?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rockwood Beach.
Good morning. Do you have all your discovery, counsel?
No, Your Honor. There's a couple of outstanding items. I've had a conversation with the Commonwealth.
Okay.
There's a video that was referenced in the report that was turned over to police, but we don't have it yet.
Okay.
It's pretty important for the case. So in the interest of keeping the case moving forward, I'd like to mark it for trial readiness conference.
Sure.
And I believe that in the interim, I can follow up with the Commonwealth without getting the discovery.
What date would you like?
May I have March 3rd, please?
That's fine.
Mark 3rd for TRC, that will be here in a second.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Madam Clerk, may I inquire, I have a custody matter, but the defendant has bailed out. I don't know if you have the file here or if it's in F. Shares.
I do have that.
Thank you.
Nicholas Matsoulis?
Counsel, good morning again, Your Honor.
Good morning.
We're gonna run for a TRC, we're just looking for a trial date.
Okay, what date would you like?
We have Is March 2nd available?
It is.
Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Okay, that was March 9th, right? March 2nd. Thank you, Anna. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Harold Nunez Reyes.
Stonewall. Good morning, Your Honor.
I have the form of the resolution component.
Ah, okay, that must be the special assignment. Okay. I know Judge Frazier's in the trial session, so what's left? Okay, so we'll send, no?
So it's my assigned matter, and unfortunately, Your Honor, it's very involved. I expect about 37 exhibits. It's
Okay.
yeah.
Is there someone that can come here?
If I may check with my supervisor
Sure.
to see if there's someone available, I imagine the trial session will clear up rather quickly.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right, so we'll just hang on to that for a few minutes, I guess.
Garrett Scher.
I think he might have, I think your attorney just stepped out. Okay, we'll wait till he comes back in, sir.
Salvador Bamaka. For TRC, I have attorney Amoroso.
Morning, I'm attorney Richard Kravitz. I also have my appearance in, but we're waiting for his attorney, Tom Amoroso.
Okay,
We just had a 3-second call.
sure, we'll hold it for a second call.
Van a volver a llamar su casa entonces. 5 segundos.
Of course. Yep.
Rafael Cassiano. I believe I've lost attorney David. That's attorney David.
Caitlin, it's easier for you to just ask. Any count?
Present, ready? Attorney Conway.
Two matters, Madam Clerk. Thank you. First is Danielle Davis.
Morning.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Some for pretrial counsel?
On for pretrial, I have had contact with Ms. Davis.
Okay.
Just looking for a compliant and election date. I don't know if Como has any discovery for me.
I do have a second matter for Ms. Davis.
Oh,
It looks like all summons arraignment. Initial arraignment date is scheduled for today, and now there's a new arraignment date marked for February 3rd.
well.
We can put it on for the next date that you're here on this case, counsel.
I was going to suggest. Thank you. Judge, I believe this is related to the same event,
Okay.
same date of offense.
Okay.
I was going to suggest March
Second. Is that too far, given the new arraignment, or is that okay with the Commonwealth?
So, Your Honor, based off the fact that it is from the same incident as 2074, that would be okay with me.
Okay, March 2nd.
Excellent. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Commonwealth.
Madam Clerk, I have a case that I'm ready on, please. Michael Natola here.
I can see you're having a day.
Every day is a day.
I know, but
One,
Certainly. Just trying to find matter. I wanted to back out.
it does not. It's already done.
The 37 for the restitution hearing.
Robert Capella.
Defendant, good morning, Your Honor. Michael Natola.
Good morning.
And Mr. Capella is on video right now also.
Okay.
I have a preliminary question, and it's this. I have two complaints with the same docket number. One complaint has one count of domestic assault, and the other one has two counts, domestic assault and assault and battery dangerous weapon. And I'm just wondering which one we're going to go forward on, because we can't go forward on both.
Did you say that's the same docket number?
Yes, ma'am. 002098.
So, Your Honor, just to clarify, it appears that it originally issued as 2098, but on the day of arraignment, we realized that that was an error in what wasn't applied for. So the clerk's office issued a corrected complaint with the same docket and the charges that were applied for. So he was arraigned on two counts, assault and battery of a family household member and count 2 ABDW.
Okay, so I have assault on a family or household member.
That was my mistake. It's assault.
Is that right? Okay. So Attorney Natola, the Commonwealth's proceeding on the docket with the two offenses, assault and assault and battery dangerous weapon.
That's fine. May the other one be dismissed if it already hasn't, Your Honor, please?
Yes, I think what the clerk's office did is when they, rather than have two complaints on your client's record, they just used the same docket number.
That was a good idea.
And so are you looking for a compliance date?
Yes, Your Honor, I do have, there is some stuff that's outstanding, and I am going to be on duty on March the 8th, and I wonder if the case could be put on for that day,
Sure, I'm sorry, could you say the date again?
Yes, March 8th.
March 8th. Okay, March 8th for compliance.
Thank you.
Thank you, counsel.
And will you give my best to Judge Brennan, please?
I will.
Thank you very much.
Madam Clerk, Attorney Martin for Mr. Sawyer. We're ready whenever you have a chance.
Sawyer?
Yes, please.
Counsel, it's on for pretrial. Are you looking for a compliance date?
I'd ask for one further pretrial date. I haven't had a chance to speak to the ADA. I did send a conference report, but we still need to discuss it. So I would ask for I'm sorry, Your Honor, for a further pretrial on March 2nd.
Did you say March 2nd?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, March 2nd for further pretrial.
Your Honor, if I may just check, this case was recently assigned to me. I handled the 58A. I just want to confirm. March 2nd. Thank you.
Is that okay?
Yes, thank you. I have split duties with the juvenile court, and I'd like to be available for this case.
Okay. All right, March 2nd, counsel.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Chris, I'll call you.
Oh, perfect. Yep.
No.
Attorney Conley?
I was asking for a TRC.
Michael Coffin, please.
You probably owed it.
Michael Coffin?
Judge, it's an agreed to plea. you know.
Okay.
Possible, if you can raise your right hand. Solemnly swear or affirm the testimony that you give
Yes.
Sir, I do have a tender of plea here in front of me. Did you have a chance to review it with your attorney?
Yes.
Okay. And the agreement with respect to count one is a continuation without a finding for 1 year, the 24D alcohol education program, statutory fees and fines, instead of 45-day loss of license?
I guess we didn't breach that 45-day loss of license?
Yes, that's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Judge.
All right. So, sir, I'm going to ask the Assistant District Attorney to tell me the facts, and then I'll have some questions to ask you, okay?
Okay.
Commonwealth?
Thank you, Your Honor. Vincent Aguirre for the Commonwealth. Your Honor, the facts of this case come from a Danvers Police Department report. December 11th, 2022, officers responded to the area of Poplar Street and Shetland Road for report of a erratic operator that was traveling on one rim and had come to a stop. When officers arrived on scene, they observed the suspect motor vehicle with a glowing red driver's side tire, and it was the vehicle that was reported to be all over the road. When they approached the vehicle, they found the defendant before you, Mr. Michael Colville, and after speaking with him, they observed his eyes to be bloodshot and glassy. They noticed that odor of an alcoholic beverage coming from his person, and his speech was slightly delayed. The vehicle was in drive as they were observing the defendant before you to be seated in the operator seat. They asked him to step from the vehicle and asked if he would submit to SFST, standardized field sobriety test. Your Honor, after a period of demonstration and instruction, he submitted to the 9-step walk and turn, and after observation, he was observed to have failed. He submitted to the 1-leg stand, and after observation, was observed to have failed that test. He was taken into custody and charged with operating under the influence of an intoxicating liquor, first offense. Those are essentially the facts of the case. Thank you.
And no triple I?
No triple I, Your Honor.
Okay. Sir, are those facts true?
Yes.
Can you tell me your name for the record?
Michael Colville,
How old are you?
40.
How far did you go in school?
10th grade.
Are you aware of currently suffering from any mental health issues?
No, ma'am.
Within the last 24 hours, have you had any drugs, alcohol, or medications?
No, Your Honor.
Have you had enough time to speak with your attorney about this case?
Yes, Your Honor.
Are you satisfied with his advice?
Yes, Your Honor.
And counsel, you've had a chance to review the elements, penalties, any potential defenses, or possible immigration consequences?
I have, Judge.
Sir, you do need to understand that by admitting here today, you are giving up several rights. You're giving up your right to have a jury trial or a trial in front of a judge. You're giving up your right to testify on your own behalf, to present other evidence on your own behalf, or to cross-examine any witness the Commonwealth might call. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has anyone forced you, threatened you, promised you anything to get you to admit to these facts or give up any of these rights?
No, Your Honor.
And sir, I do have to advise you that if you are not a United States citizen, this admission could result in deportation, exclusion from admission to the United States, or denial of naturalization as a citizen. Do you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you need any more time to speak with your attorney?
No, Your Honor.
Do you have any questions for me?
Nope.
Understanding everything that I've just explained to you, do you still wish to admit to these facts and accept this probation? Okay. I find a factual basis for the plea and that it's knowing and voluntary, and I'll adopt the tender and continue the matter without a finding.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Commonwealth, Dr. Kruger, already has an agree of 2022 that we continue by the finding for a period of 1 year that brings us to January 18th, 2024. Under the 24D program, all statutory fines including 45 days loss of license on the date of offense to the last one.
Private, I think you're doing private.
No, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and paperwork solution.
Thank you. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Lindsay Payne.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Greg Johnson for Mackenzie Payne. So Mr. Payne has two matters that are on for today. One is on for trial readiness.
Okay.
The other is restitution hearing. He's on a continuance without a finding on the earlier of the two cases. He contacted me this morning at about 8:30 to let me know that he is at home with his 6-year-old daughter who tested positive for COVID this morning.
Okay.
His wife typically would be there. However, she's not available today. She's out of town. So I'm asking that his presence for today be excused and that both matters be continued.
Any objection to that?
No, Your Honor, not based on council's representation.
Okay, what day would you like?
Please have a brief moment, Your Honor.
Sure. Did you have a witness here for the restitution hearing?
No, Your Honor, it's my understanding that the restitution has already been determined. Today, I understand it to be on for a Henry hearing.
Oh, okay.
That's correct. I don't know whether the figure was decided, but I know that the witness's presence was excused at some point previously, and it's definitely going to be a Henry hearing.
Okay.
Is March 30th good for the Commonwealth and the court?
March 30th, that should be fine if that's good for the court.
That's fine.
Great. Thank you, Madam Clerk. Thanks again.
Kevin Day?
No.
Yeah. Good morning, Honor.
Good morning.
I'm filing my appearance on behalf of Ms. Banks.
Okay. And you were saying, do you need another pretrial date, counsel?
No, I don't need a pretrial date. I'd like to set this matter down for a trial readiness conference. It's a case involving her husband, and I believe his intention is to assert the marital privilege.
Okay. So, what date would you like?
February 22nd, if that's a good date.
That's fine.
February 22nd, I don't think I have anything on that day.
That's a Wednesday.
I thought so.
Just one check. My client's just going to double check.
I can rearrange that. That's not.
No, I can get a different date if it's. No, do you want a different date?
If possible.
Let's, if we could do the 21st then, Your Honor.
Sure.
Just for her purposes.
That's
Thank
fine. Thank you.
No, of course. I'm here. 221, yes. Thank you.
Yeah, I have 21.
What's that thing? Oh, that's a fact.
Jennifer Borden?
Fair enough.
Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
I go up on behalf of Jennifer Borden, who's here.
Okay.
We just need a brief second call. I have a green sheet. I just haven't given it to the Commonwealth yet.
Sure.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Any other matters ready?
Shares.
Garrett Shears?
Good morning, Your Honor. Rockwood D. Philippus
Good
for
morning.
Mr. Shears. Judge, we were on today for a hearing on a discovery motion.
Okay.
To compel. I have received the discovery that was outstanding.
Okay.
I'm asking for March 3rd for trial readiness.
That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Yes, good morning. Mr. Jutras, Jonathan Jutras. Good morning, Your Honor. Grace Edwards on behalf of Mr. Jutras. Your Honor, Mr. Jutras is a young man who's been found not competent. He has autism and several other mental health issues, and he is a client of DDS. He presently resides at Nike Village in Topsfield.
Okay.
And we aren't anywhere near the halftime date, so we come in regularly for status.
Okay.
But his mother is being indicted next week for fraud related to Jonathan, where it's alleged that she continued to put in for PCA payments when he was in custody for 18 months and then when he was at Nike Village. So I'm concerned about the effect that may have on him if he even understands. So I just want to keep this. I was going to ask for a 16F motion date, just to give it a try.
Yep.
But I think I want to see it. She's being indicted next week.
Okay,
I just want to see how things go. And so I'm looking for April 11th.
that's fine.
Thank you. We'll just put it on for status. And then I may ask for a 16F at that time.
Okay, that's fine. April 11th. April 11th.
And Mr. Simpson, Nathan Simpson, who is here, who's present. Sure. He was here yesterday. Correct. So it was alleged he violated his pretrial conditions by testing positive on his scram.
And was it brought forward yesterday?
Yes, it was.
Okay.
It was. And that would be fine, actually, because I wanted to know if Mr. Simpson qualified. He has lost his job as a result of these allegations. He was a school teacher. And so I was wondering if he qualified. So maybe
if you want to go over to probation, I don't know if you've done a financial intake. You could do that. We'll get the file and we can call it again.
Thank you very much. Okay.
Madam Clerk, should I trouble you for that docket? The Simpson docket.
It's 22-2104.
22-2104. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hunter Zimmerman versus Stephen Cronin. The extension date.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Three right now.
Oh.
Can you tell me your name?
Hunter Zimmerman.
Okay. And how did you know Stephen Cronin?
We had dated on and off for about 8 years.
Okay. Have you seen him anywhere here today?
No.
Are you asking that the order be extended today?
Correct.
Do you continue to be afraid?
Yes.
Has anything happened since you've had the order?
No, we keep in light contact because of our daughter.
Oh, okay.
It's just the fear of just getting back.
So you have text and email is permitted? Okay. So, ma'am, I've extended it to January 18th of next year. If on that date you'd like it extended again, you would need to come back. Otherwise, it would automatically expire.
Same conditions?
Same conditions. I didn't change anything.
Thank you.
Any questions?
No, that's perfect.
So if you go back to the clerk's office, they're going to give you a copy of the extended order.
Thank you so much.
Thomas Merson versus John Henry.
Good morning.
I'm Mr. Merson.
Raise your hand.
I do.
Okay. Okay, so sir, I understand that Mr. Henry was here.
Right.
He went into the clerk's office and indicated he didn't want to proceed on this motion.
Okay. Well, I know he was charged in this matter,
Okay.
and I was wondering, I do have another copy of a police report. I'm not sure if you have it in your file. And I was wondering if we could put that in there.
Of course.
And I also had a neighbor that couldn't make it here today, so she penned a letter. I don't know if
Okay.
that's
Do you want to
admissible.
put it in the file?
I do.
Okay, I'm going to mark them as exhibits. I'll put them in the
Okay.
file. And then I'm not changing the order. It's still in effect until that January 9th date of 2024.
And if I could just add, this is my third time here.
On
This
some
is the
kind of a
first time he
motion?
decided to show and then he leaves. Do I have to deal with this every time he's on a whim? Do I have to come back?
Hang on one second. So what I can do is, I can just put a note in the file if he files another motion like this, that he needs permission from the court before we bring you in here for
Okay.
hearing.
I was just wondering one more thing. He said he had video evidence, and I know he has videos of himself being out of control on several different occasions. I don't know if the district attorney would like to get a warrant for that phone.
Have you talked to an advocate in the district?
You know, I haven't yet, no.
Would you like to?
You know, to be honest with you, I've dealt with them before, and they're not very helpful. I
Okay.
thought maybe I could talk to the DA, but if,
Sure. Let me see if, Attorney Yodgood, do you have an assistant DA who might be able to talk to Mr. Merson?
I will see if one's available, Your Honor. If none are available, I might be able to speak with him in a moment.
but like I said, I think he was arrested. I think he's being charged in this matter. So therefore, I think it's very relevant if they have that
Oh,
phone.
okay. Do you know when he was arrested?
No, I don't. It was after the December 14th.
So maybe it's something. Is there a way to look that up? Just trying to see if we can find that date.
And can I give these papers?
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, does it have a next date? Okay, so he was arraigned. The next court date on the criminal case is February 6th. Attorney Yodgood, is there a way, would that matter have been assigned to an attorney already? It's a threats case?
So, if I may, I was only able to catch about half the story, Your Honor. If the court could inform me when that case was arraigned?
12/29.
12/29. Depending on the nature of the case, Your Honor, if it's a simple threats case, I'm not sure that that's something that would be assigned, but
Okay.
depending on the nature of the violation, it may be. If I could have a moment to leave the courtroom.
Maybe get the file?
Yes.
Okay, so they're going to get the file. If you want to just have a seat, then once he gets the file, someone will kind of bring you up to speed on that.
Okay.
Madam
And
Clerk, I apologize.
we have those, right? Do you need the docket number?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you have the docket number on that?
Yes, that's possible.
Oh, okay. 2090 of 22. No. I just put on here that we should approve the motion so the guy doesn't have to keep coming in.
One second, sir.
And I'm sorry, it was, can you just say that docket number again? 2090 of 22.
2090. Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay?
Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Thanks.
978 570.
Any other matters ready immediately?
Good morning again. Larry Pless, PL.
Here.
So, anytime, regular life.
Did you know that?
Yes, Your Honor, which is why he's here.
Oh, okay.
So, Your Honor, I represented him on a violation of probation, which was the result of this case that's currently open. On the last date that he was here, he stipulated to the violation, received drug and alcohol testing, random screens with the same end date with P.O. Whalen. P.O. Whalen is out today. I tried to conference with him. That being said, my client still, because he hadn't posted the bail.
Okay.
He posted the bail, I believe, in early January and returned home. He didn't realize that returning home was a violation of his conditions of release on this open case. It's a stay away, no contact.
Okay.
And the alleged victim lives in the building. He tells me there's been no contact, but he is in the building. I spoke to him last evening prior to knowing about the warrant, was all set to come and get a date. And then when I found out there was a warrant this morning, he came right down.
Okay.
He is here. I believe he's in compliance with probation. He has a place he can go in Roxbury with a family member. So alleviate the problem if possible.
Okay. Attorney Yagood?
Your Honor, so I will represent to the court that the information that we received of the violation came solely from the HPO violation yesterday, which the details that were provided to our office were simply that there was a contact between the victim and the defendant in this case. The Commonwealth hadn't intended to file a motion to revoke under 58B. Based off of counsel's representations and the fact that the defendant appeared today after we requested the warrant yesterday, I'm not going to file that motion.
Thank you, counsel.
But I would ask that the stay away, no contact be reiterated.
Okay.
And
maybe he could provide the new address to probation.
I think I'll send him down to probation right now. I appreciate the Commonwealth's position. Thank you. What I'd like to do, if it's okay with the Commonwealth, I understand they may want more time on the case. A TRC in late February, early March.
That should be fine.
February date 2/27.
That's fine.
Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. I gotta go to probation. Sorry, one second. Yes, and he was held on 500, I think. Or he was held on bail in this case, I believe. Yes. Probation, okay?
Salvatore Bamica? Morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
And I do not know if we have the Spanish.
Oh, she was here earlier.
His English is pretty good, Judge. I wouldn't go to trial without an interpreter, but for purposes of this,
it's on for
trial readiness, Judge. And I apologize to the court, but I took a closer look at the file and I spoke to him. There's some mental health issues going on with the complaining witness. And I think that's an issue that I should explore in more detail to decide whether or not I should file a motion to get some mental health record.
Okay.
So I'm asking the court if I could get a date for that purpose.
So a Dwyer motion, sort of?
Yes. Okay. Yeah, I have to explore. I haven't done one in quite a while, so I'm going to do a little bit of research.
Okay.
But I was going to ask for March 16th, if that's available.
Is that all right with the Commonwealth?
Yes, Your Honor. It appears that there are some discovery issues that need to be shored up. Could I ask for what event in March?
A motion?
A motion.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Would the interpreter be in Superior Court? Okay. All right. We have an interpreter somewhere in the building if you want us to try to track her down for you.
Okay.
Okay.
I'll talk to him, but I haven't had any problems communicating with him.
Okay. All right.
Thank you. On March 16th. And Madam Clerk, do you have an extra copy of the complaint? I can't seem to find it. Either that, I'll just come back on another day. Thank you. Thank you, Your Honor. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you, Madam Clerk.
Any other matters ready? Jurgen Lanache.
Custody in the dark.
Good morning.
No, that's are they?
Okay.
Oh, okay, that's Jen Capaldi.
Okay.
She's up in, I should ask her about that.
Okay.
She called down there. I don't have the Michael Price file.
Okay.
I'll find Jen. Right, thank you.
Allowance to grow, religious practices. However, he's got to provide verification before the schedule can be adjusted on that.
Okay.
And we do have a GPS.
So was he just brought in today for the GPS?
The GPS, they want to go before it drives to the record to care, and once we clear from the jail, we can put the GPS and send them home.
Okay, and do we have a next date?
I believe I have an next date. I can reach out to the criminal year later, get next date.
Sir, do you know, did your attorney talk to you about a next date?
February 27th, I believe.
February 27th?
Yeah.
Okay. And so probation's going to come, they're going to put the GPS and you can go home, okay?
Okay, Miss, Your Honor, sorry. I just had one question. Because last time I was released on the bracelet 6 months ago, I lost some expensive property because I wasn't able to go back to the jail and get it. And I'm just asking if for some time either today or tomorrow, just to grab my belongings, money, cell phone, ID, and things like that. Because last time I lost,
You mean you want to go back to the jail?
Well, to pick it up, and go back home, pick up my property. Because last time I was released, I wasn't able to go to the jail because of the bracelet.
Oh,
I lost, like a...
Actually, Dave and the time period before you take one home, take home time and some other things to get his belongings and then go home. You can do that again today if you have the ride, or you can make arrangements. Well, if to do so. I know he has to pick it up in person.
Okay, all right. So I'll give you that window to do that.
Okay.
Okay. All right. But then you have to go right home.
Of course.
Okay.
Oh, you're right. Can I approach that question about the
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Open Cole.
I'm off.
Lorraine. Mr. Cole, Lorraine, Dr. 2170, Federated Funds out of Beverly. On November 15, 2022, one count for operating a motor vehicle with a license suspended, and one count for speeding.
Sir, a plea of not guilty will be entered on your behalf. Does the Commonwealth have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. Abigail Centrella for the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth would recommend a $150 dismissal on court costs for count 1 with a responsible on count 2.
Is that acceptable to you?
Yeah,
Do you need some time to pay that money?
yes,
How much time do you need?
for a month,
I can give you more time than that. You want a couple months?
sure,
Okay.
thank you.
Month statement,
Sure.
that by April,
Is that,
dated by that date of one, which is your arrest. Second,
is that the speeding ticket?
So the speeding, that's for driving with a suspended license. That's dismissed. The speeding is responsible, but they're not asking for any additional money.
Right.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're all set.
All right, thank you.
Alfie de Oliveira Neto.
Somewhere.
Pre-reading is up 2169-2022 by the Son of Beverly on November 17, 2022. 1 count of unlicensed operation and 1 count of speeding.
Sir, pleas of not guilty will be entered on your behalf. Does the Commonwealth have a recommendation?
Yes, Your Honor. The Commonwealth would recommend a dismissal on $150 in court costs for count 1 with a responsible on count 2.
Is that acceptable to you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you need some time to pay the $150?
Yes, please.
How much time would you like?
Maybe a month.
Do you want more time than that?
You can give it? Yes.
Sure. Give him 3 months.
3 month date is April 18th.
If you can't pay it by that date, sir, come in on that date and ask for more time, okay? Otherwise, a warrant will issue.
No problem. I appreciate it. Thank you. Have a good day.
Any other matters that are ready?
I didn't know if you were able to get those files.
Name?
Simpson. The 2104 and 2105, okay. Judge, we just went into probation, and probation had Mr. Simpson fill out an affidavit of indigency. Apparently, when they ran the financial, and it goes to DOR reported his income for the last quarter, but obviously there's a change in circumstances. Yep. And so they said I could ask you to use your discretion if you wanted to have him appointed. All right. So I would ask you if you would. These are 2 dockets. I was just provided with the paperwork, so clearly these are very serious charges with certainly very lengthy penalties. So I would ask, clearly he needs representation in this matter.
I'll appoint you counsel.
Thank you very much.
Fee, I'll bring in like 2104.2.
All right, so just leave that one.
Okay, thank you very much.
Yep. Oh, and then, did you wish to be heard? There was a potential violation, did you say?
That was yesterday and it's been resolved.
Oh, it's been resolved, okay.
And I mean, I hope it's been resolved. He's likely going to be entering the Salvation Army today voluntarily.
Oh, okay.
And that was part of the, what we resolved yesterday in the hearing.
Okay. And then what date would you like?
I would like to have February 21st, please. And that would be for compliance and election.
That's a bad day.
Okay.
Any
24th?
other? 24th is fine.
Okay.
Was it discussed that that was part of the conditions of release, the Salvation Army program yesterday?
We discussed that we would come in this morning, work with Jennifer Buchanan to place him. She subsequently made some phone calls and everybody's full, but Salvation Army may be an option. If we can't place him today with probation's help, I'll get back on Zoom and we're going to spend some time figuring it out.
Okay, so we don't have a place yet, so I'm not going to add it until we know for certain.
Yes, exactly. That would be great. And I can always advance the case.
Sure.
but we're going to work on that right now.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
We have a motion on.
Okay. All right. Just give me a jingle. Okay.
Court, all rise. Go stand or recess.
All right, I'll head up to E. Thank you, Caitlin.
You ever have
Attorney Goldwyn, you're going to have to sign into session E. We do not have Judge Joss in this session.
It's like being involved. Could be that the attorneys. Oh yeah, they very.
Attorney Goldwyn?
They get the personalities of their clients. Yeah.
Is there anyone present on the Zoom that can confirm you can hear me in the courtroom?
Yes, Madam Clerk. Sorry, my mute was off. Do you happen to have the E-session Zoom information?
You know the meeting ID?
After I got out of law school.
Oh, is it here?
I didn't last 3 months.
That's correct. Do you have a pen handy?
Yeah.
Yes.
Just an hour.
Meeting ID is 161 165 3696.
Yep.
And the passcode is 123455.
Okay, I'll just repeat that. 161 165 3696, and then 123455.
Correct.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I have a client in Lynn. He picked up a charge here, so I thought.
Is that criminal case?
Rafael Cassiano.
For your.
Good morning.
I advanced this case today. It's a gun case, a single gun, and my client has no record. I hired an expert. The expert has asked me to request a motion to preserve. I think he mentions field notes, photographs, etc. So if they exist in the lab file or in the DA's file, we're asking that they be preserved. The second motion is that he be allowed to test the weapon for firing purposes. And so I don't know the Commonwealth's position. I did just serve them this morning on it. I just wanted to make sure I was prompt.
Commonwealth, any objection to the preservation request?
I apologize, Your Honor, I just haven't seen this yet. No objection to this, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know if you can answer on the motion to inspect.
Yes, Your Honor, I would ask that that be heard at the next date if that's possible.
I'd ask it be heard today, but I understand if Your Honor puts it over, it does already have a date.
What's your next date?
Of course, I forgot it, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's
It is, February 13th.
February 13th. We'll hear it on February 13th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Edgar Almonte.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning.
Mr. Almonte.
Arraignment.
Judge, before Mr. Almonte gets arraigned, I had produced a motion to dismiss prior to arraignment for lack of a clerk's hearing. If I could be heard on it, what is that?
It's the warrant cancellation.
So, Your Honor, I don't think the facts of the case affect necessarily the argument that I have, but the case that Mr. Almonte is charged with is 2 misdemeanors and 2 traffic infractions. The law that I cited, General Laws 218, Section 35A, says that if a complaint for a misdemeanor is received by the district court, the person against whom such complaint is made shall, if not under arrest for the offense for which the complaint is made, upon request in writing, shall be given an opportunity to be heard, so on and so forth. Obviously, as you can see, Mr. Almonte has been arrested. He's in custody. So my contention is, though, that when the complaint was made, he was not under arrest. And so when the application for complaint was made, at that time, rather than an arrest warrant and a complaint, there should have been an application for complaint, and there should have been a time for a clerk magistrate hearing, and that he's entitled to a dismissal based on that.
Commonwealth?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth does object to this. I believe the proper remedy for this is a motion to dismiss pursuant to Commonwealth v. Benedetto. And so I would request that this be heard pursuant to a D. Benedetto motion at a later date.
It's a little different than the Di Benedetto. I'm just, did they go no? Or is it should have known? All right, counsel, based on their request for a warrant, I'm going to deny that motion. Please. I'm holding everything. Here you go. Sorry.
Mr. Almonte, you're being arraigned on docket 47 of 2023 by way of warrant out of Salem on January 4th, 2023.
1 count of negligent operation of a motor vehicle, 1 count of failure to stop the police, 1 count of speeding at a rate greater than reasonable, and 1 count of a marked lanes violation.
Sir, pleas of not guilty will be entered on your behalf, and counsel, you filed an appearance?
You know what? I filed a motion and not an appearance yet. I will file an appearance before I head out.
All right. Any requests from the Commonwealth?
Your Honor, the Commonwealth just requests that the defendant receive bail warnings.
Okay. Sir, we're going to give you another day to come back. You just need to understand if you don't come back to court or you get arrested and charged with any kind of a new offense, you could be taken into custody and be held without bail. Counsel, what date would you like?
I didn't consult with the Commonwealth first, so I would just ask, would February 24th be a date good for the court in the Commonwealth?
It's fine.
Your Honor, yes.
It's fine. Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much.
February 24th.
Thank you. I'll just pass the appearance up when I'm filling it out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Michael Price. Price has 3 matters. Third.
Okay. The other two are already. Okay.
Good morning again, Your Honor. Greg Johnson for Michael Price.
Okay, and I have your motion to dismiss for failure for a clerk's hearing. Is the Commonwealth prepared to argue this today?
I apologize, Your Honor. I just don't see that here. I think it was just handed to my colleague, and I just don't see the motion.
This is a matter that ADA Yadgood was working on.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we need him or not.
I believe he's doing a rather lengthy restitution hearing.
Go ahead.
I suppose if there's a way to do it without him, that would obviously be preferable, but defer to the court.
Can you just not find it?
If I just can't find it. If we could just get another copy of it, like I could probably do it. I just don't see it here.
All right.
I'll arrange that.
Okay, great. Sorry. A copy of the motion. She just can't find it. Oh, probably. There's a restraining order.
I'm assuming you probably brought it downstairs, sir. I don't know. Okay. Sure. Thank you.
In the dock, Your Honor. You must have an open matter.